Hey VC, Ed from On My Turntable here. Hope everybody is doing well. So I wanted to throw my hat in the ring for another contest that's making the rounds out there in the VC pretty quickly. This is for JT's Record Room. He recently hit 3,000 subscribers, so he's looking to show some love and has a little contest for folks to submit an entry and get a little prize in return. So the criteria of the contest is pretty straightforward. I'll state the criteria and then I'll go ahead and make my official entry. So first up, you need to subscribe to JT's channel. That's done. Check. I've been a subscriber to his for quite some time. You need to recommend another channel in the VC to folks out there to chat about and give a shout out to. Third piece is you need to show 3 LPs that reference food, whether it's album covers or song titles or song lyrics, but food has got to be a part of it. And that was actually a bit tougher than I thought it was going to be, but I put some stuff together. And lastly, you need to show an album that you're very passionate about, that you want to make sure other folks in the VC are aware of. So the main criteria to start was you have to subscribe to JT's channel. That's done. Been a subscriber for a while. Great content, fantastic channel, really, really good stuff. Next up is to give a shout out or recommend another channel out there in the VC. And this is someone who's been getting quite a bit of traction. I really enjoy her channel, and a lot of the folks that I talked to in the VC are watching her already. But I'm going to give a nod to Catherine S, and I'm going to put her link to her channel down below. Great content. We have a lot of the same similarities when it comes to music. 70s, 80s. I'm a big 80s kid. She's a big 80s fan, showing her 80s LPs. Shows her 45s. I love my 45s, as you know, and showing some great concert footage as well of recent shows she's been to, particularly Howard Jones. So feel free to take a look at her channel. She's got some great stuff. So that is my recommendation to subscribe to Catherine S.'s channel. All right, so next up we have to show 3 LPs that reference food, whether it's pictures of food or portraits of food on the album cover, or maybe on the song title or song lyrics. So, and this was actually a little bit tougher than I thought it was going to be. I mean, I had some obvious choices I could have picked. Other folks may pick them, and that's fine. But I wanted to pick stuff that might be a little bit different. So actually one of these might be fairly obvious, so I'll start with that one. And with that, I will say as a caveat, I've yet to run afoul of the YouTube police. So I am hedging my bets as I show this to you folks. And that is Bow Wow Wow's The Last of the Mohicans right here. The EP right here. Actually a twofer right here for the food. Obviously you've got the basket of fruit right here. This is a photograph of Manet's Luncheon on the Grass, a famous portrait. And on the back, of course, you've got, you know, I Want Candy as the opening track on this excellent EP. So here's Bow Wow Wow, The Last of the Mohicans, right there with a bit of food, fruit in the basket, right there. All right, next up, no need to cover anything here. This is Delbert McClinton and Second Wind from 1978. Delbert McClinton, great musician, played with everybody, he's been around forever, great performer. At the diner counter right here, we've had little cheeseburger action, cheese is left. This might be, I don't know, some potato chips or fried pickles right there. On the back right here, still sitting at the diner counter as well. This is a great record, a lot of fun. And actually there's a track on here that's called It Ain't What You Eat, But It's the Way That You Chew It. So Bonnie Bramlett is backing vocals on this. Mary Clayton, Muscle Shoals horn section is on here. Fun record, great party record, original, some covers. That's Delbert McClinton with Second Wind from 1978. And lastly, I picked George Harrison's Living in the Material World. You may be saying, what? What do you mean you picked this, Ed? So this doesn't get shown that much, I don't think. I've had this forever. There was a time when I was all into the Beatles solo stuff, not so much anymore. They're still sitting around. But on the gatefold in here, that's what this is all about, is the image of George and all his usual 70 buddies right there having a nice big feast. All the usual suspects, right? Ringo Starr, Klaus Vormann, Nicky Hopkins, Jim Keltner. Who else is here? Oh yeah, Gary Wright's on here. So yeah, I mean, there they are, all having a nice feast and probably, you know, pretty drunk. So there we are. There's food for LP number 3. And lastly, we had to show one LP to give, make the VC folks aware of and give a shout out to a record that really speaks to us, that we really like, make folks aware of. And for me, I love this record a lot. And this is Tracy Nelson, also called Tracy Nelson, from 1974 on Atlantic. So a little bit about Tracy Nelson. I mean, in truth, she really should be spoken about in the same canon as Linda Ronstadt, Emmylou Harris, a great singer-songwriter who's performed with everybody, sung with everybody, been around forever. She was in a 60s hippie band called Mother Earth, and then she had a solo career. This is from 1974, like I said, on Atlantic, and this had all the pieces in place to be a big, big success for her. Bob Johnston produces, Bob Dylan's producer, Alan Toussaint did all the horn arrangements. You've got her duetting with Willie Nelson on here with the remake of After the Fire Is Gone. There's a track listing right there. We'll get that there. Linda Ronstadt does harmonies on that as well. You've got Mary Clayton and Clyde King doing backup vocals. I mean, all the pieces are here for this to be a big, big hit. Powerful voice, a soulful record, some originals, some covers, and the track that she's known for, her own song called Down So Low, which closes out this LP, has been recorded by many folks, particularly Linda Ronstadt does a great recording of it. So if you're not familiar with Tracy Nelson, her solo career is pretty sporadic, not consistent. Every LP that came out was on a different label. She's still around. She might still be performing. She shows up at panel discussions and music seminars. I would love to get to meet her someday. She's just a great, great singer and has done so much, and I think she's fantastic. So this is Tracy Nelson from 1974 on Atlantic. So if you're not familiar with her, or if you heard of her but not sure what to get, definitely start with this one. And it certainly is on the cheap, not expensive at all. All right, so that was my entry into JT's Record Room contest. Hope you folks enjoyed that. Feel free to like, comment, and as like I say with everything going out there today, let's all take a moment to be kind to one another. All right, folks, have a good rest of the day.